The energy firm Quadrilla has announced the first shale gas has come to the surface at its site at Little Plumpton in Lancashire. The fracking company started operations just over 2 weeks ago.
They say that it is evidence of the potential gas reserves at the site, but opponents say that the firm is desperately trying to give some good news after 2 weeks of earth tremors. Let's talk to our environment correspondent, Judy Hobson. She's at Little Plumpton for us live tonight. Judy, they hadn't expected to get gas, I don't think, this early. How much have they got out?
Well, as you say, they've been fracking here for almost 2 weeks, and that, of course, involves putting fluid down into the rock 2 kilometres below where I'm standing. Well, they've been testing the flow back water, the water coming back up through the well, and that's where they have found pockets of gas. They've had to flare that off on 2 flare stacks, which are on the site here. Now, there isn't much gas at all, but they, as you say, didn't expect to see any so soon. This is not any indication that this site could be commercially viable, but Quadrilla says it looks good for now. This afternoon, I spoke to their chief executive.
We were actually flowing water back. It wasn't our intention to produce or test the flow rate of gas, and what we saw is gas coming back with that water. That's actually quite unusual at this stage, because normally you have to flow the water for quite a length of time before you see any gas coming through. So the volumes of gas are relatively small. We haven't actually metered it because we're not set up to meter it. We're not flow testing the gas. But what we've seen is very encouraging for us, because at this stage we wouldn't expect to see gas this early, and it shows the potential of the shale.
Some people might say you're just trying to find some good news after 2 weeks of bad news, and this is all about getting those shares up for the company that owns Quadrilla.
Well, I have been accused of a lot of things, but I can't control the flow of gas from the ground. If I had been able to do that, then we would have done it a lot sooner than this, believe me. So no, we're not trying to find good news. Good news for once has found us, and we're very pleased about it.
Well, anti-fracking campaigners say they're not surprised that gas has been found. After all, we are standing on Bowland Shale. We know that there is gas there. What they're saying, though, is they think that this news is timely. I referred there to the shares for AJ Lucas. They own 47% of Quadrilla. Those shares have dropped, and anti-fracking campaigners think this is an attempt at good news after 2 weeks of talk of earth tremors. There's been 33 here. The highest was 1.1, which was recorded on Monday.
This is just a pure publicity stunt. They're losing investors left, right and centre. It's been an absolute disaster for them the last 2 or 3 weeks, with the 33 earthquakes, with the debate in Westminster. They know that they've got to try and reassure investors.
Well, I can tell you that shares in AJ Lucas did begin to stabilise after news came of gas here, but anti-fracking campaigners say that they are going to continue coming to this site and continue to try and stop this industry.
Judy, thank you very much indeed. Judy Hobson there at Little Plumpton.
In other news, the Mayor of Greater Manchester